And welcome back to your daily dose of F1 news, known as GP News. Let's get into it via unofficially, the SEEDSTREAM app, which is an absolutely amazing app. I open it every day. I check it every day, more than once a day. Here we go. So, as Qatar nears a deal to invest in Audi's F1 team, big rumour there. But let's carry on with Kevin Magnussen. So he reveals previous talks with Sauber over the 2025 F1 season. He said, when Seidel was there, I heard from them. But I haven't heard from them since. As you know, Seidel left. He said, there's a good mix of options for my future, but there's no reason to commit right now. Yeah, we'll see where things go. Interesting stuff there from Kevin Magnussen. So moving on from that, Crack, as in Mike space Crack. I know. But Mr. Crack, on Aston's difficult 2024 campaign, it's been our toughest. He said it's been our toughest season because we haven't met our own spectators. Spectators. We haven't met our own expectations. He carries on by saying we set ourselves the challenge of creating a car that we could normally develop to compete with the top four teams. And we've fell short of those ambitions. We have to be honest about that. And he said we have to accept the situation, learn as much from it as we can, understand any mistakes we've made, and work out the best way to move forward. That's from Mike. Christian Horner issued a response again to his comments and opinions of Max's driving style, basically saying how good Brazil was, and it was an exclamation mark. Absolutely, it was. Williams in the news again, reminding us how difficult their spares are going to be, as they've had 5 big crashes in 10 days, and Williams are facing a conundrum ahead of the Las Vegas Grand Prix to even build 2 cars even, which is slightly concerned. Lewis Hamilton is not holding anything back, despite his Mercedes F1 exit, which we know is imminent. Well, within 3 races, although Mercedes would not let Lewis test the Ferrari at the end of the year, apparently. But Hamilton said, ultimately, every bit of input that I put in now, along with George, for example, is contributing to the development forwards. But that's the job. That's what I'm paid for. I'm not holding anything back from any class sessions. At the end of the day, this is the team that I've been successful with for many, many years, and I want to continue to have success. And he said, that's how I'm wired. That's how I am. Many other people may do something different, so well done there. And we're going to end on this, well, not end on this one here, but we're going to talk about this one here. Alex Albon issues a warning to Liam Lawson with his Red Bull opportunity on the line. As you know, the favourites for that second Red Bull seat are Sergio Perez in one corner, you have Liam Lawson in the other, and Yuki Tsunoda in the other corner here. There, a plot twist could be Carlos Sainz, as Christian Horner was seen at the last, I think in Brazil, walking outside the Williams paddock. But could it be Franco Colapinto? Who knows? Sod's law, it probably ended up being Sergio Perez, and we're all disappointed. Unless you're a Perez fan, of course. But anyway, Albon said, I think Liam is a win-win. I feel like worst case scenario, he's in an RB or V carb. And I mean, in my head, do you need to jump into the main team that quickly against Max? And he said, from my experience, it's not a bad thing to spend a couple of years learning your craft a bit more. But of course, if there's opportunity, and if you're going to have the opportunity, you have to take it. That's quite interesting. I mean, Alex Albon, as you know, was let go by the Red Bull team in place of Sergio Perez. We've got an absolutely insane F1 simulator here, very expensive, and it's been launched by Aston Martin. It could be yours at a hefty price. How much is it? Okay. Designed for immersive rating, it features enhancements and customer prices start at 80. What? So we have this, as you can see, this beautiful F1 simulator by Aston Martin. If you want it, it's going to cost a bit more than your Logitech wheel or Fanatec wheel even. Prices start at 86,000, climbing to 123,000 with motion rigging. No thanks, I'd rather have a house. Whoa. Sergio Perez. I've just read this and this is absolutely crazy. Sergio Perez is set to retain his Red Bull seat amid a sponsor boost. You can say I mean, Red Bull do not need the money, do they? Let's be honest. But Sergio Perez's chances of retaining his Red Bull seat have been improved with new sponsorship. Who would sponsor this guy? I mean, look, I'm going to throw it out there. I know this is the news, and this is going to be slightly controversial. When we do our top 10 drivers, he's going to be potentially one of the 2 or 3 at the bottom. He really is. But yet he has sponsors. Has improved his new sponsor backing market reports. Red Bull's Christian Horner has reportedly approved Perez to begin merchandising with 3 sponsors for next year. Next year. This suggests Perez is likely to stay, despite earning just 19 points in 7 rounds post the summer break. He's the reason Red Bull are losing the Constructors. Next year, as close as it will be, if it is as close as it is now, Max Verstappen needs a decent number 2 to help him win the title. That number 2 is not Sergio Perez. Oh, no, no, no. So before I give myself a stroke, I guess that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. If you see me again, it's because I have recovered from that potential Sergio Perez news. Thank you very much. Subscribe. And all things will be fine. Oh dear.